Let's try to do a full face with this Makeup Forever face palette. I've seen a lot of people doing it and it looks so good. This palette is expensive, so it better look good. We're gonna pick up this shade and I'm gonna start by bronzing my face. Ooh, that's a little bit orange. Mind you, mine is like 3 years old, so I really shouldn't be doing this, but it still blends really well. Look at that. Okay, it's just a little orange, but I hope we can fix that. Then I'm grabbing this shade right here just to add a little bit of contour. I'm scared because this is the deepest shade. And actually this palette is really used by makeup artists mostly. These are the two lightest shades, so let's see which one we should do for complexion. Oh, I actually think we need to mix them. By the way, this is actually really full coverage, but obviously you can sheer it out. Yeah, we have to do both. So I'm just gonna take in here and then here and then here and then here again and just place it wherever I want some foundation. Moving on to the blushes, I think I'm gonna use this shade right here. I just dug my nail in it. Ugh. That's a really pretty blush shade. Base looks so perfect so far. I actually love this formula. I used to buy the stick foundation, which is the same formula as this, and I had good makeup days every day. And even though I have oily skin, I feel like it would be good for dry and oily skin because I used to set it with powder and it just looked flawless. But without powder, I cannot go out like this because it's too glowy. Now I'm picking up the lightest shade to use as a concealer and brightener. Okay, look, this is definitely light enough. Okay, let me show you the coverage of this because my eyes are quite pigmented and red, but you can see like it really does cover everything really well. Okay, so far so good. And I'm just picking up this shade on a synthetic eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna add some depth right here. See if it can work as eyeshadow. I mean, absolutely. We're done with the base. I'm gonna put some powder on. As you can see, it's very glowy. So if you don't like that, you definitely need the powder. But if you like glowy, you're gonna get freaking glowy. This has no powder, and then this is what it looks like with powder. Obviously, I'm more of a matte girl, and then I just add some highlighter. So far, so good. I'm also gonna do this on my lips. Instead of adding highlighter, I'm just adding this blush again, but only tapping motions because it can really mess up the base. But as you can see, it's giving life back to my really matte face. And I honestly don't even need a highlighter. I wouldn't be drawn to any of these shades as lips because these are too warm and then these are very bright. But I mean, we can try to add a bit of the pink in the center on top of my lip balm. And it should look okay. That's cute, and it really matches, obviously, the blush. And this is the final look. Honestly, it looks absolutely great. I know this formula will wear beautifully. I might need to add some powder later in the day because I have a very oily T-zone. I don't know if it's worth it for everyone. For me, it's kind of worth it. I mean, it's really expensive, and there's a few shades like these right here that I'll never use. But the thing is, at least it was 3 years ago, if one of these runs out, you can actually pop it out and repurchase. You see it comes off. Yeah, and you can repurchase a particular shade that you run out of or like change them around. So it's a good deal. It's really expensive though, but I feel like I look gorgeous. And even the eyeshadow, it's nice. I've had it on for 6 hours and it still kind of looks good. The only thing I'll say is it kind of creased under my eyes, but my T-zone that's really oily has not become too oily. Actually not oily at all yet, so okay.